How's it going, everybody? March 7th, Merch by Amazon sales update. I'll just do a quick overview of this weekend and the month so far. I went into March coming down from a pretty nice spike. If you guys remember, at the end of February, I had a few days where I had over 20 sales in the US and I think over 30 sales a day overall in all the marketplaces. But of course that went down, but still coming down from that high. My US sales have been pretty bad. Like as you can see here, 4, 6s. Yesterday was actually pretty solid 7, which is, solid when I'm comparing it to maybe like 3 weeks ago when I was getting 1s and 2s. So my US sales, not impressive at all, but overall, my sales actually haven't gone down that much. I'm still averaging about 15 sales a day, and I'll go over those numbers in a second, but I just want to show you guys my US numbers. So my 7-day average here, as you can see, is 51, but for the first 6 days of the month without today is 35. So 35 sales so far in the US, which is actually $624.58 in sales for the total royalties of 106.44. So that's kind of it's all right. It's a much better start than last month, but overall this is what the last 2 days look like. These are my weekend sales, which is 28. So that's good. So this is what I'm talking about. My average is about 15. So if we look at yesterday, it was actually 15 exactly, because my other marketplaces are very active. And yesterday just happened to be the UK. A couple of days ago it was Germany with something like 5 or 6, and then Japan. So there's a lot of activity that I'm getting this month that I didn't get previously, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. So if we look at this month's total, first of all, look at all this activity right here with the days, and the total number of sales is 84. So as you can see here, for the first 6 days, because today the days just started and I only have one sale in Germany, but as you can see across all the marketplaces, there is a lot of activity, and I haven't, it's never been like this. Number one, my US sales haven't been this low, at least prior to November, and the rest of the marketplaces have never been this high. So in the end, I'm still making the same amount of money that I did last year on average, but the sales are not coming from the same place, and I wanted to show you that. So I want to show you. So keep in mind 84 for the first 6 days of the month. So if we actually compare the first 6 days of February, it's 2.5 times, 37. And look at the international sales, nothing there, right? So 37, compared to 86 is just crazy difference. If we go back to January, look at the same thing, first 6 days, 32. So almost triple, right? This month. I've gone further back, just to kind of show you guys what's happening with my international sales. So about 50. So we're talking about December. This is kind of like prime time. We know that the sales are going to spike, but still, my US sales were higher. My international sales were nowhere near what I'm getting right now. So clear shift in where the sales are coming from. For me, I've talked about this before. We'll go back to November. It's very disappointing for me to see the drop in US sales, and again, that's definitely something that I'm working on, but it's amazing to see the difference in my international sales. So even November, which was still a very active month, look at for example, what happened here with the first couple of days of November. Like I was getting 14, I was getting 18 sales in the US, and still the month is not, the first 6 days are not close to, or are close to, but are not as good as this month. And it's all, again, you can see it's all due to international sales. So the way I feel about it right now is I have to take into consideration my overall sales, because this is amazing for me, right? I am kind of disappointed, I guess, not happy about this here. But there's nothing really that I can do right now unless I'm going to run ads, or I don't even know what else I can do. But to continue just, listing and to actually being just a little more, I guess, thoughtful and intentional about the products that I'm listing to this marketplace, which is the US marketplace. But overall, I mean, this is great. And I'm definitely on track to beat February, even though there was a bit of a spike near the end there, because on average, I'm actually making a lot more sales because there are a lot of products that are kicking in other marketplaces and they're selling. So that's kind of where I am right now. Performance is great. The first week has been, as you can see, incredible. And my royalties, they're definitely adding up, but they're coming in, from other places other than the US. So, I really don't know where to find anything negative about that. Like I said, this is the only negative, that the sales are dropping in the US, but overall, I am making more money, which is great. So that's kind of where I am right now. So far, as you can see, 35 in the US, and then the rest of my sales are coming in, from other marketplaces, which is really good. Total 84 sales. And, we'll see what happens. We'll see where this month goes, but I'm very optimistic about the month. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.